You're off your pellets at the moment, aren't you? Oh, my little one. Little pellet. You're doing very well, you are. Very well indeed. Oh, I just remembered I've got crumpets. Oh, bunnies, that's exciting, isn't it? That's exciting. Yes, it is. Good morning, Boba. Good morning, Zara. How's it going? How we do? Fifi is a bit off of her pellets because she always is the day after she travels, so she's not like super excited for them, but she's eating, and that's what we like to see. She's more happy with greens and hay than she is with pellets, but she always do be like that. Oh, Palin, thank you very much for the 37 months. Thank you. Some prime bums. Buns. Oh, they do have prime bums as well. Rob, thank you very much for the 42 months. At T2. Hello, hope you had good holidays. I did. Mazira, good morning. And Megalomaniac and Saffron and Thomas and Mana. And Poke. And Mole and Anne and Genius. Yeah, I had a very lovely holiday. It was just super peaceful, to be honest. Like, I miss the bunnies, of course, but Arnold, thank you for the bits. New year, new gritty goose, mayhaps. Good morning, Kinetic. But all I did was read for like 4 days, and it was very lovely. And I know for some of you that sound very boring, but for me it was beautiful. I went to this place called Gladstone Library up in North East Wales, and it's owned. Well, it was the collection of books owned by the Prime Minister William Gladstone. It's mostly theology books, as that's where his interest pretty much lied. But one of his main heroes was Homer, which is amazing because The Simpsons wasn't even out when he was alive. But because the church next door to the library had a big monument to Gladstone and Charlotte Gladstone, his wife, who seems like a very lovely lady. And it said that his 4 heroes were on carvings around the corners of the monument, and one of them was Homer. I think it was like Homer, Plato, Aristotle. I can't remember. I only paid attention to Homer. But that meant that there was also quite a bit of Greek mythology stuff in the library, which was nice. He had so many copies of the Odyssey and the Iliad, and there's basically like different sections in the library. The main library-looking section is Gladstone's theology collection. Then there's like a smaller bit that is his like the whole of the main room is theology, and then there's like a smaller history section and other bits and bobs, and then there's the annex, which isn't from his actual collection, but it's other things that I guess have been either donated or purchased or in a similar vein throughout the years. And in there was stuff like there was a lot of Plato, but there was like Euripides. So I read Medea from Euripides, and I wanted to read the Bacchanal, but I didn't get time to because I was too busy reading my own book, which was Secret History by Donna Tartt. I pretty much, like, in the morning, Alex and I would get up, we would have breakfast together, Then he would go off to the library part to do his writing, and I would go into the reading room to sit by the fire. And then I would just sit and read until lunch. And then after lunch, we would go out for a walk together. And then I would read some more until dinner. And that was just all I did. And then after dinner, mayhaps I would read. Well, actually, after dinner, we would usually go upstairs and watch an episode of The Traitors. Fifi just randomly changed her mind as to which direction she was going then. What are you doing? You've got crime energy, haven't you? I don't have your greens just yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was so nice, and everyone who works there was so lovely, and they were so accommodating as well, because she knows it's up there. It was stuff like, I said to them, oh, can your hot chocolate be made vegan? And they knew what I was asking, because sometimes people just be like, yeah, we make it with oat milk, and I'm like, no, does the powder have milk in it? And they were immediately like, oh no, sorry, it can't be, there's milk in the powder, so even if we made it with other milk. And I was like, that's okay. And then I went out to a local cafe and I bought a tin of hot chocolate, and I came back and I was like, can you just give me hot oat milk please and put this in it? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And they were so lovely about it. And it was just stuff like that they were really like accommodating for. And they did, like, on the Saturday you could get a cream tea. So we had a cream tea on Saturday, and then it was roast dinner on Sunday, and it was just really lovely. And everyone who worked there was really... Oh, and also one of them fixed my shoe. I was sat in the reading room, and this guy came in to put the fire on, and I was like, he looks like a resourceful fellow. So I just said to him, my shoes come apart. Because it came apart on the first day. Literally, we were putting our bags in the room and I heard this like, and it was the bottom of my shoe falling off. So I said to him like, oh, I don't suppose you've got any glue I could borrow? And he was like, I will take your shoe off to the basement and return with it fixed. And he came back and it still lasted. And I've been off, walking around in the snow and the rain for days. So yeah, it was just really lovely. I would thoroughly recommend it. Gladstone Library is the name of the place. It's up in Flintshire in Wales. Good morning, Anu, by the way. And it's just really lovely. And also, if you're a clergyman, you get a discount. But I was looking into how much it would cost, because I was like, could I just get ordained for the sake of getting a discount to stay there again? But it turns out it's more expensive than I thought it was, sadly. Good morning, B. I would... So your holiday photos on Instagram looks so cozy. It really was. It was just so nice. The only thing I would change about it, and it's just knowing it the second time, is I would have taken a blanket, because I was quite cold in some of because obviously it's like a big stone building that was built, late 1800s or whatever. So it was, I would have taken a nice blanket to snuggle up in. But other than that, I don't think I would change anything. I would have taken a second book, because I did power through my book. And I didn't get to read again until we went into Chester yesterday to get the train home. And I went to the Waterstones there and got a new book that I could read on the train. Chester is so lovely. I'd never been there before. I didn't realise what like a historical city it is. And it's so... I wish we had have put aside time to spend time there, actually, because it was just like... It's so pretty. But we had all of our bags, so we were a bit stuck, but we got breakfast there. Good morning, David. But yeah, someone was saying, would I like to go to Greece? I would love to go to Greece. The only problem with Greece is it's hard to get to if you're scared of flying, and also expensive, and also if you're someone who doesn't deal with heat well. I'd have to be very careful about the times I went out. But I would absolutely love to go. I would love to go to Delphi, especially old Delphi. I would like to go to Athens. I would like to go to Naxos. I would like to go to... well, I guess a lot of the places I think of in Greek mythology actually aren't in Greece at all, are they? Just play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's basically the same. Yeah, I guess Crete. I guess whilst you're over there, we're also going to Cyprus. See Aphrodite's landing place. And whilst you're there, why not just pop over to Turkey, go look at Troy? Just do the whole tour. But yeah, there's a lot of places I would like to go to. I can't remember which island they thought Aiaia was, because I would like to go. There's like a few speculative ideas as to which island that one could have been, home of Circe, where she could have lived. But yeah, I feel like I've done a grand claim that I read Medea. I read like most of Medea, but then we hadn't checked into our room yet, and you were allowed to take the annex books into the reading room and your room, but not off premises, and we had to go out, so I had to put it back. She hadn't yet killed her children, but I was quite far through. She was building up to it. But yes, it's just like the language of it is very. It was one of those ones that had like the Greek on the opposite page. So I guess if you could read that, that would be very good, but I could not. But yeah, I really was interested in Medea. Did they have any special controversial bits behind glass they had to request a view? No, it was all very accessible. There were some that you weren't allowed, because it's like temperature controlled. There were some that you weren't allowed to take out of particular parts of the building. They had to stay within the library, but it was fairly easygoing. I think because it's such a specific place to go, I think they sort of trust that. Like, they even had things like an honours bar. Like, once the dining room had closed, there was just a bar where they had like little bowls of whiskey and stuff, and they just trusted you to say that you'd taken it firstly and which room you were in. I think they just trust that very honest people go there, which is very nice. But the guy was like, the honours bar, the way it works is you take a drink and then you just assign it to a random room and you see who gets charged. And I was like, wait a minute, is this how it works? They're all very, very lovely. Gerry's mane has gone so staticky. And we got to see sheep. There was like a little park down the road which had Hawan Castle in it, which it turned out didn't actually open to the public until the 2nd of March, so we couldn't have gone there anyway, but we walked around near it. And they had all these sheep in the park that were very lovely. Have you seen there's going to be a Wallace and Gromit DLC for Power Wash? Yeah! Yeah, that's such a cute crossover. I'm down for that. I don't know when it's out. I've not really paid attention to when it's out. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a pity it's not before Friday, because otherwise I could have done that with Ian and Kirsty. This main is so static, Gerry. It's like a little sea urchin when they grip things. Oh, it's not out till March. Oh, okay. Morning owls. Have you brought home a sheep friend for Fifi and Gerry? No. Oh my gosh, you're saying charge your phone. That reminds me, we got on this train. It turned out that the train was cancelled, so we didn't actually get to do it. But we got on a train that was like a Vanti. And it's so fancy. It's like the fanciest train we've ever been on, to the point that when we got on, I was like, this must be the first class section, but it's just like that all the way. And the tables have wireless chargers on them, so you just put your phone on the table and it charges. But then we got all settled, and then they came along and they were like, sorry, this train's cancelled, you've got to get a different one. That was really crowded. And but it was only between Crewe and Chester, so it wasn't particularly far. But I was like, one day I want to go on this really fancy train. But yeah, budgies. I'm so miffed as well that I didn't bring my book voucher because I had to go in and buy a book. But I've literally got a book voucher for Christmas, so I should have just put that in my wallet. Oh, that was the other thing I got to do. Is morning Monday, morning Joe. The other thing I got to do was I wrote my letter to Talia in the library, and that felt very fancy. Replying to my correspondence whilst being surrounded by all these fancy books and oh, hello. And people being very, very quiet and respectful. You know where it is now, where it's somewhere. I put it in a postbox in Hawan, so it's probably... Oh no, I guess it would have left there by now, because I posted it on Sunday. So if anything, it should be arriving with Talia today. Inspired to be a new Prime Minister. No. It was one of those things though that I started... Oh, Fifi. She's so excited for treats. I started reading up about Gladstone because I was like, oh, I wonder what sort of guy he was. And it did start off a bit like, ooh. Yeah, that was a little grunt from Gerry. But he changed it round, and I guess you do have to remember that a lot of these views were of their time and all of this stuff. But at first I was a bit like, oh, should we be staying? But yeah, it was just very lovely. Alex was like, can we come back next week, please? Can we just come back? It was very nice. I would recommend it to anyone who's a reader or a writer or just wants peace and quiet, to be fair. What was I going to say? I was about to say something, it left my head. Queen Victoria hated him because he wouldn't be your supplicant to her. Ah. Oh, one other bad thing I have to say is they didn't sell fridge magnets there. And Alex and I like to get fridge magnets of places when we visit them. But I did talk to the lady at reception, and she said they're looking into fridge magnets and tea towels at the moment. So we'll just have to go back, and when we go back, we can get a fridge magnet. I was tempted to just get a postcard and pop that on. Oh my gosh, also they sold Parker pens that had Gladstone Library on. And I'm not talking fountain pen, I'm talking like a Parker pen biro. It was £18. Because at first I thought I'd forgotten a pen to write my letter with, so I was like, oh, it's fine, they sell Gladstone pens. And then I saw £18 and I was like, Talia's getting a pencil written letter because the pencils are 50p. But luckily I had popped a biro in my bag because I've got 2 Parker fountain pens and I can't find either of them. I don't know. If it was £18 for a Parker fountain pen, I could justify it, but it was a ballpoint. That was my huh? Oh, baby. Oh, he's a baby boy. Oh, he's a baby boy doing little flops. Oh, he's a good baby boy. Oh, yes, he is. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, I don't know where my Parker pens are. And I'll tell you for why. I had one, because I do love Parker pens. I had one, and then I couldn't find it, so I bought another one that was exactly the same. And then I looked in my pen pot, and there were 2 of them, and I was like, oh, it was right there all along. But then, because Talia didn't reply to my letter for over a year, I had no need for it, so it just slowly lost itself somewhere. And whereas if she was writing to me frequently, I would have found it sooner. So I'm choosing to say it's not my fault it's lost. It's Talia's fault because she's not here to defend herself. So yes. Tee-hee. Also, I think maybe I did write a letter to my niece at some point, but I can't remember. I can't remember if I did. It lost itself, it did. Lost in the sauce, and by sauce I mean ink. Look at he. Resting him head on him little hand. What a baby. And now I've sort of hit the ground running because I'm back and I had done enough videos to keep me going for whilst I was away. But now I'm immediately back to having to do more recipe videos. So back to the grind, as they say. I also only did enough freelance to cover me for whatchamacallit, the time I was away, so I've got to get back on that as well. But yes, I'll get back into the rhythm of stuff soon. I feel like I'd only just got back into streaming having been off for Christmas, and now I've tea, and now I took a break and unsettled myself again. Do a cheeky one where you put sauce on a tortilla. Oh yeah, today's recipe is chippy tea. Start by walking to the chip shop, buy a bag of chips, and serve in front of the telly. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, gonna have to look through a recipe book and try and get some plans done for the next couple weeks. Also, it's Alex's birthday on Thursday, and the lady who usually does, like, for 8 years, 9 years now, I guess, we've or it would have been 9 years, we've bought birthday cakes as a tradition from the same lady every year. Alex and I both get our cakes from her, but she's got the flu, so she can't do our cake, and I've had to look around asking other people about cakes, and I'm like, oh, this feels weird, like cake cheating. But she did actually say, like, oh, I can't do it, but I recommend these people. So I have gone to people she knows, but But yeah, it's going to be very strange not having one of her cakes. Make him a fork cake. I was thinking, like, should I make the cake myself? But because I'm in the office on Thursday for Tears of the Kingdom, I was like, oh, I should probably... I couldn't really have time to do it justice. But yeah. Are you against using oil to cook? I use oil all the time. I'll be honest. I use oil for pretty much everything. So, no. I've tried to be more sparing with it in recent times. And I've tried to get better oil. Like, I oil myself up before cooking so I can slide around the kitchen. But yeah, I try to use olive oil, I guess. Is that one of the best ones? Also, at the moment, sorry, hello, Anhol. At the moment, I think I've got rapeseed oil, I think. I've got 3 different types of oil because I got distracted. I still have like what do you call it? Like one of those spray ones from when we went camping. But I've forgotten which one is meant to be the good one. Is it like people talk about like uvu, don't they? Is that the Evu extra virgin olive oil being like, but I guess there's different types, isn't there? There's like if you're having it on a salad or if you're using it for baking or frying or etc. I hate olives, but I will happily eat their oil. So, we've reached a compromise. You are so fluffy. You're so fluffy. There's so much floof just flying off of you every time I pet you. Best when they're crushed, yes. Squeezed for their juices. I mean, Alex and I were talking about this the other day. We were talking about palettes. This one is baby oil. I guess that wouldn't be vegan, to be fair. I can see that one not be. Turkey, thank you very much for the 11 months. So much funny, so little time. So little bunny. So much baby. A lot of recipes I've been seeing have been saying that they've been using coconut oil. But yeah. But yes, I've been purposefully avoiding recipes for my veganuary that have avocado in because I just can't be bothered. If I was a better content creator who was good at getting, any engagement is good engagement, then maybe I would dare say the word avocado in a video. But I can already see the comments happening and I'm just like, I can't be bothered with that. I ain't dealing with that. It's like it's bad enough that it's one of those things that if I say in a video, like, use margarine, people will be like, margarine isn't vegan. If I say use vegan butter, people will be like, vegan butter is not real, it's margarine. I'm just like, can you two just meet up and have the conversation yourself? Leave me out of it. Thank you. It's like I had a friend who every time I said, she'd be like, "What did you have for lunch?" I'd be like, "Oh, sausages." And she's like, "That's not vegetarian." And I'm like, "Okay, veggie sausages." And she'd be like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, can you not just mentally put the word in front of it for me so I don't have to say it every time? Dear, oh dear. It's funny. People are funny. The reason that I've been abandoned, the reason that avocados are, it's like because of people saying like, I guess they're not particularly good for the environment because of how like they have to. I don't think they can be grown in the UK, so they obviously all have to be imported and stuff. And I think that's the. To be honest, I don't really like avocado, so it's never really a debate that I've got into. Because it is just irrelevant to me. But I think that is the problem that people have, is that they say that the import on them is really bad for the environment. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, that was me trying to read stuff on my phone. Is it the same for pineapple? I mean, I guess so, yeah. I don't really I don't know why it's so avocado specific. We get avocados in the office that I've been tempted to steal, because even though I don't really like avocado on its own, but oh, hello. Oh, suddenly bunnies. And I'm lying on the floor and cannot get up now. Hello. You just appeared. I think the I physically cannot move my elbow around enough to see you, Gerry. You've pushed me against the wall. I think the avocados are meant to be very good for things like truffles and mousses. Like, I think because they have quite a high fat content, it brings out the flavour of the chocolate. It gives you like a good deep flavour for things such as truffles. So that's what I've wanted to try. But avocados themselves, I'm just not really, like, I'm not really a guac fan, and I'm not really a smashed avocado fan or anything. As a homeowner, if you don't steal an avocado, you're only stopping someone else saving for their own home. It's true. Really, I should be letting all the people who aren't homeowners have the avocados and access to my Netflix account. But yes, I prefer shallow flavours personally. Just flavours that just sit on the top. Don't go all the way through. Hello. One thing I have liked about... Sorry, that was such a wheezy breathe in, but I did a yawn there. One thing I have enjoyed about doing the recipe videos is doing things that is cooking more from... I appreciate that I never particularly cook from scratch in any of them. But it has been nice cooking more from scratch than from jar. Because I guess the thing is, when you're like, you get into lazy mode, don't you? When it's food of convenience when you can just have what's in the cupboard. Oh, look, jar sauce, tin pulses, bung them together, leftover onion, bam. But I guess it is better to cook from, like, it has been nice just doing things from like even just using tinned tomatoes and stuff like that. has been nice. Beans on toast, yes. Beans on toast. And also, I do want to start cooking with more things like less substitute things and more just things that are tasty in their own right. Just like using more mushrooms, uncan the beans, uncan the bread, take the plate out of the can. Wait, where's my can of butter? Vegan butter. Sorry, comments. But yeah, I rewatched the Bean Off video the other day. I've never felt more robbed than in that video. I feel I should have won. I hate when people say a lot of from scratch meals are quick because they never are. I mean, some of them are. And I guess it's more like when you get into the habit of it. Like, when you... like when I first made risotto, I was like having to check the recipe all the time. I was checking all the timings. Now when I make it, I've made it so many times that I'm literally just like, I can't bother to measure stuff. Oh, I don't have any of that. I'll bung this in instead. And it is just super easy. But yeah, one pot meals are always very nice. Pot noodles. Yeah. Like the mushroom rice I made the other day is that was really nice. I'm not into cooking, so it's kind of moot, but I would need to know if the recipes are spicy. Yeah, I'm not good with spice. So you're rubbed in the Mario Kart videos, Joe, making you stop to tuck your hair in. Yeah, but to be honest, with that, poor Ravs, I think he was just not expecting how quick so I was happy to take the last place position and let Ravs have the one above. I didn't mind that. Because I was like, let him have it. Bless him. How long have you been vegetarian vegan for? I was vegetarian since the age of 4. So what's that? That must be 20 years now. No, I'm joking. 45 years. No, I've been veggie since I was 4. So that's like 16 years, yeah? And then I've been vegan, I think 9 years on top of that, maybe. It must be about 9 years now. Oh my gosh, wait, Mazira, is Mazira still here? Because you did a comment on my YouTube the other day that confused me so much. Someone asked on one of my videos, maybe I misread it. Someone asked on one of my videos, are you vegan or just doing veganuary? And Mazira replied saying something like, she's been vegetarian since childhood and vegan before that. And I was like, wait, what's before childhood? I was like, what? In the womb? But I wasn't sure if I misread it or if or if it was just like, but I was so confused for a long time. But I think I was reading it whilst I was doing something else, so it might completely be that it was me that was just misreading every single word in the wrong order. But I got the gist of it, so I was like, yeah, that tracks. Which is, it made me giggle either way. I just had a real like, huh? type moment. We're all naturally vegan in the womb. That's true. That is true. But yeah, I'm from a vegetarian family. It's interesting to hear perspectives from people who switch to it. Yeah, I guess I'm quite lucky because I did it so early that a lot of the time if people say like, oh, don't you miss this and don't you miss this? I'm like, no, because I've never had it. So no, and I don't feel like I've missed out on it. So not really. Whereas I guess if you've been eating stuff all your life and then decided to change, I can appreciate it being a bit harder because it's like difficult to give up habits once they're more ingrained, sort of thing. It's like me trying to stop biting my blooming nails whenever I'm stressed. It's ingrained, so it's harder to do. Can human milk be considered vegan in your... Yeah. Yes, if it's given consensually, you get places that make human ice cream. And I guess if they're giving it happily, then yeah, why not? But yeah, I guess like also what you call it? I mean, it's more natural. Oh, past thanks. Do you know, I sat down on the toilet the other day in this cafe and there was this massive poster above the toilet that said, I don't know, some of you might have seen it on my Instagram story, but a lot of them, this massive poster said, have you tried York milk? And I immediately just read it, because it was in capitals, I immediately read it as, have you tried your milk? And I was just like, no. And I was just really confused. And then I was like, wait, what's York milk? What are you on about? It was just really weird. A weird thing to be sat on the loo just with this massive angry poster staring at you. I was like, oh. But yeah, it's just very odd. It is very odd. Why are they advertising milk in the toilet? I think it was just like old posters, because there was another one that was about something to do with the milkman. I think it was a bit cheeky. I can't think what it said because I've got that bloomin', what is it? Save a horse, ride a cowboy poster in my head. And it didn't say that. It didn't say to ride the milkman. Save a cow, milk the milkman. It wasn't that, but it was something cheeky. It was, I don't know. I'd have to go back to that specific toilet. But yeah, I've been thinking about cowboys recently because I think I might, for my birthday this year, I think I might do a murder mystery and make it a cowboy themed one. My humps. And I was trying to think, like, I didn't see your story. I did see your story. That's what put it in my head. Yes. I did. It's Mana's fault. Gerry is so bent round at the moment. Oh, he's unsquished himself. You're all squinched in. You were. Squinch. Squinch, squinch, squinch. Look at you all tucked into your little blankie. Oh my gosh. A baby boy, baby boy, and a baby girl. La 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 la. Sorry, I've not seen the bunnies in like days. Well, I saw them last night when they came home, but I've missed them. So I don't know if I'm being extra peculiar today, but I've just not seen you in days and I've been able to smush and snuggle them. But yeah, I was trying to think how I could cowboy the house in, not in completely, but like what would be a way to decorate the house for a murder mystery. Um, that was cowboyish. I've had one cute idea, which is because obviously, you have to uh say like who is what character, but a very large house. Perfect. Um, but you have to like show who is playing which character. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if I somehow mocked up like wanted posters and put everyone's pictures on them with their names underneath, their character names, so that everyone knows who is who, and have that up on a board. And I was thinking, yes, saloon doors. I can make saloon doors out of cardboard and stick those onto the kitchen door. And have the other thought I had was, what if I bought hobby horses and got a bale of hay for the bunnies and had a stable as one of the rooms? I was thinking beans, but I have a friend who is horrified by beans to the point where he cannot look at them or even think about them. So I feel like there's going to have to be no beans, despite that being an integral part of being a cowboy. I think we'll have to avoid beans. But yeah, unless that friend cannot come, in that case, beans galore. Beans everywhere. Beans in your boots. But yeah, that's the current plan, is to do a cowboy one. But I'm gonna have to do it not on my birthday, because my birthday is on Pancake Day and I don't want to have to make pancakes for everyone, and I feel like you would have to do that if you invited people over on Pancake Day. So I guess it'll be the weekend before. You and your inner circle have a very eclectic collection of fish. Yes. Beans make up a large portion of my diet. I bloody love beans. I do love beans. Will Gerry get a little cowboy hat? Aww. Maybe. Maybe. It would not stay on. Pancake Day is meant to be using up stuff in the pantry. That's true. But yeah, we're thinking, because you've got to have like lots of oh my gosh, I also saw this thing that was like shot glasses shaped like little cowboy boots. I was like, oh, is it worth buying those? Because I would only use them once, and then I guess I'll just put them in the office. But they were very cute. Snakes in boots. That is a good shout. Snakes. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, because you're meant to, when you do murder mysteries, you're meant to have like lots of different rooms that people can go into. So I'm just trying to think like casino. The main room could be a casino, and then there's like the saloon off of that, then a stable. I guess old timey. What did cowboys call brothels? What were they called? I guess you get those in the cowboy movies. Flop house. That could be the bunny room where they flop. Sheriff's office? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I'm hoping brothel was just upstairs in the saloon, I think. I guess I could try and turn the bedroom into a this is a normal question to ask in a morning stream. Could I turn the bedroom into a brothel somehow? For just decoratively. I'm just trying to think what I could like What could be a thing? An easy decoration. Thank you for the follow. Like a boudoir. How would you make a bedroom look more like a boudoir? I guess satin sheets and yeah. Stains, no. Yes, don't worry everyone. These are decorative stains. They're not real. But yeah. Dear oh dear. We'll find a way. We shall find a way. Either way, it seems like it could be cute. Also, oh my gosh, they announced that okay, actually, I'm going to give the bunnies their treat before I get lost on a tangent that's completely unrelated to everything I've just been saying. So, what am I doing with this blanket? Is this where Gerry gets it from? Is it me fussing with blankets? Where does it go? I've just tucked him in. There we go. Night night, Gerry. Oh, do you both want tucking in? Fifi doesn't really like being tucked in. Where's your face? There it is. There you go. Are you cozy? Just all snuggled in. Little babies. I guess this is how we're staying here now. Jivo, thank you very much for the 53 months. Thank you. They're gonna unsnug very quickly. Gerry is still snuggled. Oh no, you're staying your head on the bowl. Okay, here you go. Here we go. Well done, bunnies. I'm taking this away. Thank you. Thank you. Look at your soggy little mouth. Oh, baby boy. Oh, that was so delicate. Just a little guy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Mena's Fate, the LARP. They announced this thing about how you can have your tent. You can rent a tent. Like how you get a trumpet out of a Scottish garden. You can rent a tent and you can either have it like furnished or unfurnished. You could have it deluxe furnished. And I was looking through all the options and I was just like, oh my gosh, there's like it can be so fancy. Like the deluxe one is that you have like a raised bed with a proper mattress. You have like fairy lights, a table. What are the other things? You get like shampoo and towels and face cream, like all of this really fancy stuff. It looks like a little spa in there. It's so good. I mean, it is spenny if you go for the big deluxe one. And you can choose if you have like in-character tents or out-of-character tents. So I guess that depends what sort of furnishings you want and stuff like that. Can you have pasta? Yeah, pretty much. Pasta is, I mean, you do get egg pasta, usually like fresh tagliatelle is egg. But if you get the dried, it's not. But it's usually just, what is it, like durum wheat? Is what most of pasta is. So yeah, 99% of the time, yes, pasta is vegan. Say you're friends with the organisers, get the VIP treatment. But it does just look so lovely. Tuck he in. There we go. Oh, he's a baby boy. Oh, he is a baby boy. He's a baby boy, a baby boy. How warm are your ears, actually? I'll leave your ears free. Just tuck you in like that. There we go. There we go. Look at he. What was I saying? So yeah, I was looking at that. The different size tents and the different levels of furnishing you can get. It just seems, I guess if you're someone like me who doesn't have a car, it would be nice to like just have all of that stuff set up for you, not have to carry like a tent and sleeping bags and blah 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 blah. Just have it like you turn up and it is set up and you can just go in and then you don't have to pack it down at the end of the day. Just seems nice. How can he go to bed straight after treats? He's not brushed his teeth. This is true. This is true. The buns were fine at the Borders. Apparently Fifi was fine when she got there, and then after like a day she suddenly went a bit like, it's like she suddenly realised that she was that she had been moved and got a bit miffed, but after that she settled down fine. I find holidays so hard without a car. Yeah, it's like getting to the place we were at over the weekend. That was fine because the bus from Chester went pretty much straight outside it, so it wasn't too bad. But there's places I'd really like I'd really love to go back to Rossilli because I only ever went there for work, but I imagine getting to a place like that if you don't drive being a bit more difficult. And also just stuff like when we went on holiday to Cornwall, having like, we pretty much went the distance of Bristol to London, but it took like 5 hours longer than getting to London just because of the trains being how the trains are. Yeah, it is difficult. Did you get to see lots of scenic places filming? Yes and no. Yeah, yes, it took me to lovely places. Like the first time I went to Norway was for filming. But the problem was I pretty much turned up and I was filming all day, and then at night I was tired So I didn't really see any of it, which is why I went back to Norway, because I was like, I can say I've been, but I couldn't tell you anything about what Norway's actually like. But I got to see more of when I went over to Ireland. I got to see more of that, but just because the place we were filming in was really lovely. It wasn't just like a city. It was we were surrounded by beautiful countryside all the time. Bye bye, honey. I guess I should be going actually. I guess I should be running away. But yeah, I would like to learn to drive this year. I just have to kick myself up the arse to do it, really. What if I just completely tuck him in? Night night, Gerry. No. I'm only joking. I wouldn't completely wrap you up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Baby boy. Baby boy. We've got various... Oh, should we go to see Sir Hannah? It's been a while since Sir Hannah. But yeah. But yes. I guess I will play... Do you know what? I was going to do a Broken Sword stream later, but I'm tempted to play this really weeby game that one of my friends recommended last night. So if it's not Broken Sword, it's Thomas Hazel's fault. That's all I'll say. Getting me into the weeb games. Because it does look really cute, but I forgot what it's called. Oh, Infinity Nikki, I want to say. It is not Kingdom Hearts, but maybe it's a gateway drug to Kingdom Hearts. But yes. I shall speak to you all soon. Have lovely rest of your days and take care, everyone. Be good. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Stay cozy like a banooey. There we go. Happy boy. Happy boy. Bye-bye. A boop.